Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Sir Alex Ferguson Challenge with West Ham. Now in today's episode we have our next game in the Champions League group stage, and of course we've got some fixtures to review since the last time we met. So the last time we met was the 4-2 victory against Başakşehir in the opening game of the Champions League group stage. We followed that up with a 5-0 away win against a decent Everton side who were, I think they were top half of the table when we played them. But Aaron Martin, Emerson, Jaramillo, Tony Lato and Alexander Isaac got the 5 goals for us. It was actually a little bit of a frustrating game as we didn't score until the 45th minute, and a lot of our later goals, as you can see, our second goal didn't come to the 71st minute, and then after that the floodgates sort of opened as Everton came at us a little bit more. We then played at my home club, Sunderland, in the League Cup third round and managed to scrape through 2-0 actually. We got 2 quick goals in sort of the 7-minute period, but if you'd actually watched this game, it was highlightless. We then had our second proper test of the season so far at home against Manchester United, and we nearly came up short. Brent Beckiard gave us the lead in the 8th minute, then Paul Pogba equalised instantly in the 9th minute. We then took the lead through Alexander Isaac in the 45th and Emerson in the 61st, but Lorenzo Insigne got a goal in the 84th minute to make it a very, very tense last 5 minutes or so, but we managed to hold on and got the 3 points. And then we got beat off Inter Milan 3-1 away in the Champions League. Godwin Sunday will be the death of me. I can already see it. He got 2 goals in the first minute, the 33rd minute. Vignato, one of our old boys from the Sunderland save, if you've been watching that long, got the other goal for them. Emerson got us a goal back in the 76th minute. And despite us slightly having the better of the opportunities, we just didn't make them pay, and they really did. We bounced back though away at Newcastle with a 3-0 win. Alexander Isaac, Aaron Martin and Jaramillo getting the goals. And finally, we've just played Stoke in the Premier League at home and dominated the match and won 2-1. They did get a late goal through a penalty in the 78th minute, which did lead us to be a little bit nervous. We went a bit defensive the last 10 minutes, but we managed to hold on and got the 3 points. And this is how the Premier League table is looking after them games. We are still top 3 points clear from Chelsea in second, but more impressively, we're 9 points clear from Man City in third. And Liverpool, the league leaders, the league winners, did they win the Champions League last season? They did win the Champions League last season as well. So they are the Champions League holders, the Premier League holders, the FA Cup holders. We are 13 points clear from them. And also in the Champions League, we are currently out of the automatic qualification spots after 2 games. Not too worried just now. Next time we play Inter Milan, it will be at home. We've got Valencia away today, obviously, so we need a good result if we're going to keep things ticking along in the Champions League. Probably the worst injury happened for us recently. Craig Davies has picked up it was a 4-week injury, which has meant that Will Norris, and I've completely questioned all of my decisions leading to this point, he's probably an okay third choice keeper, not an okay second choice keeper, but he is going to be getting a run of games. So if you start seeing us getting a few more goals conceded, you certainly know why. So it will be Norris starting in goal, Luis Felipe, Reece Oxford, and it won't be Jonathan Panzo. Yes, it will, because Markovic is injured champion. Emerson will be our right wing back as Wagnerman is still out injured. Tony Lato will start on the left wing back role. Aaron Martin's having a little bit of a tough time in terms of conditioning and stuff, so I'm thinking rest him for today's game will be okay from there. And Tony Lato is a fantastic left back as well. Tonali, Beckiard and Toussaint will be in our centre of midfield, and Alexander Isaac and Jaramillo will lead the line. I think every AI team I've played this season just plays this formation. 2 defensive midfielders with the attack and 4 up top. Felix Paslak, right wing back, someone who I have been looking at as well. 25 years old. Might be something gone back in for. You never know. But yeah, we'll kick off. We need a win today actually. You've got to imagine it's going to be between us, Inter Milan and Valencia for the 2 qualification spots. So obviously an away win today would be a massive boost. Inter Milan did beat them away from home in the opening game of the season. Godwin Sunday got the hat-trick, I think, didn't he? So yeah, see if we can do the same again today. It will be very good for us to get the win. It would see us comfortably go second in the group as Jaramillo picks up a knock. We'll get Moise Kean on in his place. But yeah, in the past couple of seasons, the Champions League being sort of our only hope as we're out of the Premier League running, like really early, because we get beat a lot at the beginning of the season. Angelino comes forward, Elianussi's back post, and he puts Valencia 1-0 up. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm quite happy with the Premier League form, how that's going compared to previous seasons. Usually we're falling behind the league leaders at this point, but obviously being the league leaders ourselves is fantastic. So you never know, we might be getting a Premier League trophy this season, but Champions League wise, things are not going great. And there is another highlight, and it looks like it's going to go Valencia's way again. They've got plenty of men forward to keep themselves in possession of this, unless we can nick it somehow. Paslak on the ball, back to Kondogbia. They've got a lot of men forward. They'll see our defensive line's a bit overloaded here, but the wing backs have dropped back, marking the 3. But it's basically a 4-on-5 every time, which is a little bit dangerous as Angelino comes forward with the ball. It falls fortunately to Kondogbia. Angelino again get the challenge in. Alexander Isak done well to get back in the position there. Beckiot, that was a dodgy pass, but looks like maybe we might come away with it. As Moise Kean gets set away by Lotto, he's in behind, and Moise Kean gets himself a goal. He always comes up clutch when you need him. He is our 4th choice striker, but he comes up with the goods when they're needed, and Tony Lotto proves that he can get the first choice spot from Aaron Martin if Aaron Martin's struggling just a little bit. Excellent finish this by Moise Kean, absolutely fantastic. 1-1, dodgy highlight, but we got the goal. Maybe I need to reevaluate my expectations. Maybe a draw would be a good result today. Another highlight just before half time, and Moise Kean is set away again by the long ball over the top. It would have been a great finish if he'd made it. And that's going to be that for half time. We have sort of come back into the game after going 1-0 down, so we'll kick off for the second half. Keep things as they are for now. We'll look to make changes later on, should they be necessary. Tony Lotto's in the box. Good save by Sergio Rico. Emerson's in the box now. The corner's still going on. Rico saves. I wasn't even commentating because you know what corners are like. Highlight now. Free kick for Valencia. Was that a good save by Will Norris? It might well have been. Servi with the corner now for Valencia. Hopefully this is one that comes to nothing. Malang Sargo comes close there, but fortunately we get away with it. 20 minutes to go. There's a highlight. Becky out with a free kick. Alexander Isak's there. Tony Lotto's in the box. 3rd goal of the season for Tony Lotto in not very many games either. Emerson's taking a knock and indicating he wishes to come off right. Emerson is our only recognised right wing back, so we're going to get Rob Holden. Yeah, it's going to have to be Rob Holden. We're going to get Rob Holden on after going 2-1 up here. Great free kick. Alexander Isak back post again. They tried to get it clear, but it only falls to Tony Lotto, who's having an excellent game. 20 minutes to go, and there's another highlight. Felix Paslak coming down the right hand side. Clearance by Jonathan Panzo. And we're sort of panicked a little bit there. Moise Kean probably could have held onto the ball and we could have held possession. But nevertheless, it's down to Valencia down this left-hand side with Servi. Back to Angelino. Can he get the ball in? Back to Servi. Get the challenge in, lads. There's plenty of men back. Everyone's back, actually. Even the strikers are working their way back. Paslak now again down this right-hand side. He gives the ball away to Alexander Isak. No, and can we break Moise Kean? We haven't got a lot of men forward, but Beckiot has made a run from midfield. Can he get the finish? What a great challenge that was by Sir. We'll stick with this because that seems like a strange highlight to show me in a key highlight match. But there it's there. 8 minutes to go. We'll make our final substitution of the game. We will get Sandro Tonali off and we will bring Ronaldo Vieira on. Another highlight, another Beckiot free kick. Just stop showing us them unless they're gone in. 2 minutes to go of normal time and Beckiot pinches the ball quite high up the pitch. Vieira's in behind now. Just come on. Couldn't beat Sergio Rico. That would have put the game to bed. 20 seconds remain in the match. Hopefully this comes to nothing. Rob Holden doing very well at right wing back since he's come on. Alexander Isak driving forward. Go on, Rob Holden. Get a good ball in. Nah, he cannot. He cannot cross. And that's it. We don't even get to take the corner. Full time. West Ham 2. Valencia 1. We've done very well to come back in that game actually. It looked very early on like Valencia were going to be the dominant side, but we ended up coming back into it and getting the 3 points. And that sees the league table in the Champions League looking like this. We are only on +1 goal difference, but we are 3 points behind Inter Milan. We would need to smash them at home, I think. If let's assume both of us win the rest of our games, we would really need to torture them at home. And that will be the next episode. So Inter Milan at home, we will have pretty much solidified where we're going to finish in the Champions League group stage, I would imagine. The only thing that could go wrong is this Valencia game. If they beat us at home, it's going to be an interesting last couple of games. Well, that's going to be it for this episode. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like. And if you enjoy my content, get yourself subscribed. But until next time, take it easy.